Two big reports, one from KB Home, one from Lennar. Stocks, they're underperforming compared to the broader market. Obviously, a lot of pressure on the housing market. Ahead of these reports, you say it's a buying opportunity. Why?
We think so. I think, first of all, Frank, thanks for having me.
Always great to have you.
We think that some of the pressure on the stock recently has been driven by the fact that inventory has ticked up a bit. So context is really important here. There's 1.5 million single-family homes in the market today. That's up 15% year over year. But what's important is that that's still about 1.5 standard deviations below historical average. So inventory is still actually very, very low. And so the market sentiment has soured because of that. And I think that, if you think about the two markets, existing home sales and new home sales, existing home sales have been very weak. New home sales, however, have been very good. And that's kind of the builders stepping in to fill that void.
All right. So, Bess, I know something else you're highlighting, the fact that buyers are increasingly looking for new construction. At the same time, the cost of new construction is up about 4% year over year, and mortgage rates, they're still pretty close to 7%. How is that influencing the action you're seeing out there when it comes to buyers and sellers?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to take some time. The buyers are still slow to get into the market. And, we saw the Fed decided to hold rates steady for now. They indicated there may be one cut. And so I think it's, the second quarter has proved to be busier. And as John mentioned, inventory has ticked up, but we're still in a huge housing deficit. And I think buyers are waiting a bit and sellers are still holding off because they don't want to let go of that 2 and 3% mortgage rate that they locked in. And they have a lot of equity in their homes. So the market is better. It's improving, but it's a very slow sort of slog.
Yeah, I would imagine. I mean, according to John's data, 77% of homeowners have a mortgage below 5%. It's really hard to go from 5 to 7%. You think it's just a couple percentage points until you get that mortgage bill. It's a significant difference. Bess, I want to stick with you for a minute, though. Talk about how the Fed is influencing the housing market. Of course, we had the Fed decision just a few days ago, higher for longer. Then we have Neil Kashkari coming out and saying, hey, maybe December is when we get the cut. How does that play into buyer and seller sentiment?
I mean, I think, buyer and seller sentiment is decent because despite what the Fed does, I mean, there were indications that they could have raised rates. They didn't. And inflation is going down. I know the target is around 2%. We're not there yet, but the economy is strong. The stock market is strong. The labor market is strong. Everything has been very positive. So I think consumer sentiment is decent. But it's taking them a little bit of time to get into the market because rates doubling is still something that takes time for the consumer to feel good about, and to be willing to get in there and put an offer and buy something. They want to see if rates will potentially go down. So all eyes are really on the market and what will be.
Yeah, absolutely. I know a few people, they have to move either for their kids or a divorce or something else. But in general, it's really hard to go from a sub 5% mortgage to anything higher, especially because housing prices have risen as well. John, I'm going to come back over to you. So you're saying that these reports, they might be a buying opportunity. What are you expecting? Because we just kind of broke down some of the fundamentals of the housing market. They don't sound great. What are you expecting to hear from these reports? They can't say AI and get a jump. Stock splits work. They seem to work. But I'm asking you on a serious note. What are you expecting?
Look, I think the important thing here, Frank, is that even in a market that has been sort of sideways, that the public builders are gaining a tremendous amount of market share. In fact, they grew last year 5 points above market. The builders in our coverage grew over 13 points, percentage points above market. It's a lot of share being gained, so there's still growth. What we're expecting is actually beats across the board for both Lennar and KB as they report on Monday and Tuesday. I think the question becomes, there is uncertainty in the market today. Will they be a little bit more cautious on the outlook, which has not proven to be a good recipe for stocks this earnings season? We'll see. But I think the actual prints are going to be very strong.
We talked about the Fed impact. What about the immigration impact? That was something that Jay Powell also highlighted, the fact that immigration is ticking back up. We've heard a lot of other companies talk about that as well. How does that play a part? It's another, at least here in the U.S., a big economic factor.
Sure. I think it's two-pronged. One, I think from a buying standpoint, it puts more buyers in the market for sure. But maybe equally as importantly, from a labor standpoint, and labor has been the biggest pinch point in the housing market for nearly 8 years, I would say, at this point. So I think that immigration ticking up is very good on a lot of different levels for housing.
We just showed a graphic. There's two housing-related data points coming out later this week, existing homes and housing starts. Very quickly, I want to ask you, does that influence these stocks at all? I know it comes after earnings, but does it influence the stocks and the perception and the sentiment of the stocks? And I want to get to Bess for one last question.
So I think housing starts is important. It is showing what is coming to the market and how builders are feeling about the environment. So yes, for sure. On the existing home side, I think what it is a gauge of is this lock-in effect that Bess was talking about. And, you know, to the extent that existing home sales stay low, it's a challenge just for overall housing.
All right. Bess, similar question for you. Whether you're a home buyer or an investor, between those two data points that are coming up later this week after KB and Lennar report, which one in your mind gives us some insight into the current state of the housing market? Which one is just basically more important?
I mean, it's so hard to say. I mean, it's you know, I think it was Yogi Berra who said predictions are hard, especially about the future. You know, it's really, and remember, the housing market is cyclical, and I think, and it's an emotional commodity for people. So it's hard to say, really. You know, I really wouldn't be able to tell you which one for sure. It depends on how people feel, what they want to do, and their circumstances really dictate what is going to be.